Okay, let's see. Natalie here. Jaden. Jaden Adams. James. Emma. Vanderman. Paul. Brockman. Brothers. Colton Brothers. Callahan. Ashlyn. Malik. Christina. Chaz is excused today. Gibbons. Casey. Lindsay. Jones. Justice. Lauren Justice. Larkin. Miguel. HM. Mel. I'm going to come to your game this Sunday. Pace. Post. Press. Aiden. Leslie's here. Melissa's here. Oh, Dylan. Martha. No. Hurricane. Cameron. Josh Tucker. Abigail. Wade Boggs. Wellman. Jocelyn. And that's it. Anybody who's here and didn't hear their name? All right. I recorded about 13 little short problem videos this morning. I haven't posted them on YouTube yet, but they're about numerical problems in chapter 6. And they'll be up probably around 5 today because I got some stuff to do before I post them. Your quiz actually will be up at noon, and you're going to have basically 5 days to do it, as many times as you want. Then, once you're done, you're going to go to the homework stage. That's going to be with your group. I had 2 full groups that came to me. 2 people said they wanted to be on the same group. Even if you don't have 4 people you want to be with, if there's somebody that you want to be in a group, let me know. I'll allocate the rest accordingly. So if you send me an email pretty much towards till end of today, I'll put you in the group you want. Otherwise, you're going to get the alphabetical, given the others are assigned to other groups. We're going to finish up chapter 6 today. There is one thing I kind of forgot to mention. It's in the book, but it's part of the numerical problem, so let's kind of talk about it. There's a concept called current yield. Let me go ahead and use my pen. Why? Because I can. I have too much stuff here. It is not a very useful concept for bond pricing purposes, but it makes it easier to make a comparison to stocks. We're going to find out in chapter 7 in stocks, there is something called dividend yield. You divide the dividends that you expect to receive over the next 12 months by the current price. Essentially, current yield is the dividend yield for bonds. It's annual coupon amount divided by the price of bonds. If we divided it by face value, that would be coupon rate. Okay, and there is kind of a relationship between these. For par bonds, and I'm going to abbreviate that to CY. CY is the same thing as coupon rate, which is the same thing as yield to maturity. If the price of the bond is 1,000, which is the face value, they are all the same. For discount bonds, coupon rate is less than current yield, which is less than YTM. And for premium bonds, the reverse applies. YTM is less than current yield, which is less than coupon rate. And CR simply means coupon rate. There are a few problems that ask you to calculate current yield, or given the current yield, to calculate other stuff. There is an alternative way you can write current yield. That's coupon rate times face value over bond price or bond value. All right? That's why we have those relationships. If it's a discount bond, bond price is higher than lower than face value, which means current yield is going to be greater than the coupon rate, because that ratio is greater than 1. If it's a premium bond, that ratio is less than 1, so current yield is going to be less than the coupon rate. Now, we did talk about real versus what you might call nominal returns. There is another comparison that we're going to make: after tax versus pre-tax yields. The treasury bonds and corporate bonds are always subject to federal taxation. Okay, whether or not they are subject to state income taxation, that varies by state. Certain states do not have an income tax. Florida, Texas, New Hampshire, among others. And certain states do. But there are bonds issued by local state agencies. They are known as the municipal bonds. Technically, the term municipal refers to a city, but for bond purposes, any state or local agency. State of Kentucky issues a bond, that's a municipal bond. City of Lexington issues a bond, that's a municipal bond. Eastern Kentucky University issues a bond, and they do. When they do new buildings, they actually finance it through bonds. Then they pay for it using the revenues from that building, like dorms and stuff. These are not subject to federal income tax and state income tax in states that issued those bonds. So if you buy a bond issued by EKU, any interest that you get on that is neither considered income for federal purposes nor for state income purposes. Okay, I had some newcomers, so let's take care of them before I forget. Did you just come or you were here already? Oh, okay. So I don't have to do anything about you, which makes me happy. But every once in a while, states have agreements between them uh, about double taxation. For example, Kentucky has an agreement with Michigan. Okay? If you buy a bond issued by an agency of the state of Michigan, but your residence is in what you want to call Kentucky, you are not going to pay any income taxes on that either. But you need to check those out. But Kentucky has agreements with a number of states. Years ago, I did taxes for a friend of mine